Hey everybody, I'm Jim and I hope you're doing well today. Like many of you, I am prone to looking at gear a little bit too much, and sometimes I think to myself how fun it would be to build an entire new rig. Not that I don't already have a ton of awesome gear as it is, but sometimes, you find yourself looking for things you don't necessarily need. Well, I have found myself an enabler. This awesome website called Zounds reached out to me recently and asked me if I'd be interested in checking out some of their stuff, potentially collaborating together, and I said, sure, that sounds like a lot of fun. And little did I know it was going to turn into me building one of my dream rigs. I'm filming this the night before, and this is strange for me because I never do this in advance, but I'm so excited about it that I just had to turn the camera on and kind of preface what I'm going to be doing so that when I do get everything tomorrow, all I have to do is set up the camera and start unboxing, which we're going to be looking at now. Well then, this should be interesting. I don't even know what to say. This is insane. I can't believe I've been given this opportunity, and I'm sure you're excited to see what I picked out. So am I. The Mark V Comet Edition. Apparently this is a limited edition, but it doesn't seem like it's all that different from the regular Mark V. However, I cannot wait to give this thing a try. I loved the Rectiverb that I had from Mesa Boogie, and I've always regretted selling that amplifier. So this thing should get me all that and more. I'm excited to give this a shot, but we need to find a place for it. Alright, power's on just fine. Big question now is what guitar am I going to use to play through it? I'm really excited, but when I think of Mesa Boogie, I think of humbuckers, and I think I have something really special that'll match a Mesa perfectly. Obviously, a Les Paul. But this is no ordinary Les Paul. Oh, wow. This is exclusive to Zounds. This is a light edition Les Paul standard with the AAA top on it. This weighs less than the Telecaster. I got to see the weight on it. It was on the website. I picked this one out. It's 7 pounds, 1 ounce. And oh boy, it is light. Wow. Okay, let's get going. I'm sorry, but you gotta understand from my position here, this is just awkward. It's not every day you have an opportunity like this happen. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, in the best possible way here. But still, we're gonna have to get to know this amp. And the only reason I'm plugging into the pedal board is because I wanted to have access to the tuner. But, dude, seriously. One thing about this, it is a little bit thinner than a regular Gibson Les Paul standard, but it doesn't feel unnatural. As a matter of fact, with the belly cut, I dare say I like it more. All right, let's get a pick. Let's get this thing tuned up. I'll fast forward through that part. Let's see what this rig sounds like. All right, we're all tuned up. First time playing this rig, I'm super excited. It feels really familiar, this guitar. I love this neck shape. We're going to be on the Mark IV channel here. Everything's going to be pretty much almost at noon minus the gain. I have tuned back a little bit because I know these amps, it's already going to be more than what I already need. And yeah, we're going to be bypassing this EQ, mic'd up with the SM57, and smile and wave. my god, this is freaking awesome! Look, obviously, this is insane, but I want to start by saying I purposely didn't want to label this as a demo because each of these instruments, both the Gibson Les Paul Standard Light with the AAA top and the Mesa Boogie Comet Mark V, are going to get their own demo videos. And secondly, because I just wanted to share this experience with you all. I normally don't do the full unboxing thing, but this is so special to me, and the fact that Zounds reached out and they were willing to do this. They said, here's the whole catalog. Let us know what you want. We'll see if we can make it happen. I thought that what I was asking for was a little bit crazy, and sure enough, they're like, here, try it out. That's the first thing I want to touch on. I don't get to keep either the amp or the guitar. I keep them for up to 90 days, but eventually I'm going to have to send them back. But in that meantime, I'm going to make a few videos comparing this guitar with some of the other guitars, obviously a deep dive on this specifically, and then we'll run through the amp and maybe some recording setups and stuff like that going forward. However, there is one more thing I want to talk to you about. Going forward into the future here, I want to be able to provide something that I've not really seen anybody else do, and I think working with Zounds, this is something we can absolutely make happen. People that are members of this channel, and potentially future members of this channel who might want to be interested in something like this, are going to have the opportunity, starting next month in May. You're going to be able to vote, and I'm not going to give you any options. You're going to be able to pick what the options are on what you want to see demoed for the month of June. So what you need to do in order to be able to vote in that is two things. The first thing you're going to have to do in order to have your say in what gear you want to see demoed on this channel is to either become a member on YouTube, which is going to be right below this video. I think under where my finger is pointing, there's a little button that says join. Doesn't matter what tier you join into. However, only the people that are members of this channel will have access, and also for people that join the Patreon, which I've officially relaunched as well. Step 2 is going to be the fun part because it's something we all do anyways. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to Zounds' website. All you got to do is browse, look around, and figure out what you want to pitch to me that you're going to have demoed. Doesn't matter if it's a pedal, a guitar, or an amplifier. On May 1st, those of you who have become either members or Patreons are going to have access to be able to pitch that, and then we're going to put it to a vote. And whatever gear gets the most amount of votes, it doesn't matter what it is, so long as it is within reason. We're not talking any $10,000 or $12,000 private stocks here. We'll hopefully be able to get it for June's guitar demo or gear demo of the month. Finally, to celebrate this new relationship with Zounds, I'm going to be giving away 3 memberships to this YouTube channel out of my own pocket. All you have to do to be considered for one of those is leave me a comment and let me know what you would have done if you were in the same position I was in. What guitar and what amp would you have picked if you could have anything in their inventory? Thank you for all your support. I'm really stoked about this. Thank you again to everybody at Zounds for making this possible. They're a great place. I recommend you check them out either way, but that's it for today. I'll see you guys on the next video, which will be a demonstration of this Gibson Les Paul Standard Light.